Last Music. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. I am your host, Paul Cram, the poet, aka Drip of all trades, and I am with the beautiful Miss Imuna J, the founder of Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. What's good, Imuna?
Hey, hey, hey. Um, as you can hear the fur babies. My, my signal was tripping, so I had to come and sit outside. So if you hear me scream or something like that, you know I'm not that good with bugs. So if
oh,
something
I'm gonna laugh at you. I'm telling you right now. I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm gonna
just,
laugh at your ass.
just a few seconds ago when I first stepped out here, I heard something say bzz, bzz. The way I hollered out here, you would have been laughing. You definitely would have been laughing, but
Well, I'm totally prepared to laugh at your ass as you out there, cause I promise you, like I don't do the bugs and shit like that, depending on what it is. But to hear other people scared of them, oh, it does something to my soul. Like it just lets me know that I was created petty, and I love it. I love it, man. So we got a great show tonight, man. We have an amazing artist coming up, participated in the contest, man. She's just let me tell you a little bit about her, man. Let me tell you a little bit about her.
okay.
Nikenya Cherie is a passionate author, poet, speaker, mentor, and coach dedicated to inspiring and empowering others to discover and pursue their God-given purpose. As the founder as the founder of the Purpose Push Her movement, she motivates individuals to walk in their purpose and utilize their unique gifts. Nikenya created the Pour Your Heart Out open mic event, a platform that provides a safe space for poets and creators to express themselves authentically. In addition to hosting these events, she coaches poets, helping them refine their craft and share their stories with confidence. Through her nonprofit organization, Girl Code of America, Nikenya supports and mentors teen girls, teaching them essential skills in financial literacy, health, and self development. Her dedication to nurturing the next generation of young women is at the heart of her mission. Nikenya's journey of overcoming personal challenges has fueled her desire to uplift others. Her relationship with Christ guides her purpose, and she is committed to creating environments of peace, encouragement, and growth for all. Her social media outlets include Facebook, which is under Nikenya Cherie, and Instagram at Pour Your Heart Out Open Mic, and Girl Code of America Inc. So without further ado, everybody, let's please welcome the wonderful Miss Nikenya Cherie.
Hey,
Hi. What's good, baby? How you doing?
everything is good. How are you tonight?
Oh man, I'm feeling lovely, feeling lovely. Oh man, so let's get right on into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Tell us about Purpose Pusher. Like, explain that to everybody.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Okay.
Before Purpose Pusher, my pen name when I first started actually performing poetry, it was Pain to Purpose. So that was my pen name, Pain to Purpose. So everyone knew me as like this thunderous, in your face. I'm coming on stage. I'm tearing men up. Like I'm giving it to y'all.
Damn.
I'm tearing the men up on stage. Like, listen, you this, you that. Like I came out with like that pain to purpose. So everyone knew me like as this thunderous person. I always talked about a lot of subjects about pain. Like I would dwell on my pain all the time. So my mentor, her name is Katrina Evans Johnson. She came down to Florida and she pointed to me during a brunch that we all went to, and she said, "You will no longer call yourself Pain."
Mm.
And I'm like, "What you mean by that, girl? Like, that's my name. That's the name that get me coins, okay? Like, that's the name that get me this coinage out here. You know, everybody knows me by Miss Pain to Purpose. I'm not changing my name." And then God just began to like deal with me real heavy about that name. And I had a feature show that was coming up during COVID time. So this was like 2020 during COVID.
Okay.
And the show was sold out. And We Real Deal was like in the midst of COVID. And I'm like, okay, God, this ain't about me. This more about you. Let me go ahead and, switch this name up. And I was trying to find a name. So I end up coming up with just using my name, Nakia Cherie. But at the time I said that purpose part of it, I can't let go of that purpose. Like, I know I need to let go of the pain, but it's something about that purpose that I cannot let go. And at the time I was close friends with a young lady, and she said, "Why don't you call yourself the purpose pusher? Because that's what you do. Like, you push people, you always encouraging people. Someone could come to me, you can talk about things that you like to do. I can give you a business plan in like 2 seconds. Like, it's like a gift that I have to see things inside of people where they just kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing." And then I'm like, "Nope, do this, this, and this." So she said, "You know what? Call yourself the purpose pusher." So I was like, okay. So that's how the name Purpose Pusher came about. Me releasing the name Pain and then using the name Purpose, but actually doing, having the name that actually operating and doing what I do, pushing people towards their purpose. So that's how the name the Purpose Pusher came about.
That's dope. Like that's
Hell yeah.
truly dope. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and slide past the fact that you was butchering men. I'm gonna go ahead and accept that shit. It's cool. You
Tear
know,
y'all up.
I feel. You know what? What's funny to me? What's funny to me is that, and listen, fellas, I'm not recommending nobody do this. Like, I'm begging y'all, like, don't do it. And if you do it, don't. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But only women can get away with that, because if a dude get on stage and starts terrorizing and tearing down women, man, that brother better not go in that parking lot, man. They gonna whoop his ass, bro. Like, you better make sure everything you said at the end, this is all directed to my baby mama. Like, you better do something. You better not make them feel like you're talking about all of them.
Listen. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when it came to that part about me like tearing down men, it was from a place of my own personal experiences,
Mm-hmm.
and also the experiences of the women that I'm in close proximity with. Just like hearing the countless stories of, I love Black men. First of all, I love y'all. Like, oh
And we
baby,
love you back.
okay, I love me a Black man. I love you guys. So when it comes to men, I feel like men are not taking their rightful place in our community and standing tall as what God has created y'all to be. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that men have those soft areas. Men need that safe place as well. But a lot of men have not made us feel safe. So when it came to that, I would say things about, okay, you see this woman is dealing with insecurities. You see this woman is promiscuous. And the first thing you say is, you add more to the list that she already has. So you already know she promiscuous. You already know she a hoe. So guess what you do? You didn't make her your sideline. So I would talk about different topics, how men would basically use women in the areas where they know, like a man can tell when a woman insecure. A man can tell when a woman gonna do what he's saying, how he gonna do it. And they use that place of control to control women, control the narrative, and not do what their original purpose is to do. And that's protect us, to provide for us, to cultivate us, to wash us, to cleanse us. So when men are not operating in their original state on who God created them to be, no, that's a problem for me. Like, y'all can't be out here taking advantage of you see these women got some issues. You see that, you know, we may deal with some insecurities. We may have daddy issues and, you know, different things like that. So I would get on stage and tell that A up.
And I like that shit. I love hearing it, to be honest. That's some real shit though. And then you said ain't nothing you said was wrong. Everything you said was right. So
I have a respect for everything that was said, you know, but I am from the species of men,
Okay.
and what I will say is, yes, you do have some, I'll say, boys who have the physical attributes of a man
Mm-hmm.
who will prey on women like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
you do have that, but on the flip side of that coin, you have some women who use that as a manipulation as well.
Mm.
You know,
yes, you ain't lying.
it's a lot of that going on too. Who she's using the fact that she may have daddy issues, or she may have this, or she may have that, and she used this and any other type of wiles that she has to get what she wants, even to the point of making the man feel like that there's love potentially can happen. You know, so it's two sides of that coin. But
It is.
for the dudes that
I,
she is talking to, and y'all know who y'all are when y'all hear that shit, because you start feeling a little bit of pucker in your ass, man, get right, cuz. Like do something
mm,
different. Do a little something different.
but there
But
are
somewhere
like
we have to meet in the middle, though. You get what I'm saying? It's
Definitely.
like kind of like I have this saying where Malcolm and Martin have to meet in the middle, right? So it's like a conversation has to be had, but it's also going to take a place of us as women being vulnerable and men as well being vulnerable and transparent and honest too. And
Hmm.
saying that, okay, yeah, we're not the only one that deal with insecurities. Y'all deal with insecurities too.
That's real. And as a man,
I
I can
would
flat out
definitely
tell you,
say
shit.
I
I'm an
would
open
definitely
book.
say that there is deception amongst both sexes. It's just that they're both done differently. And to be perfectly honest, the most deceitful of the sexes, because I'm just gonna say it for what it is. Women are deceptive on a completely different level because we think everything out. A man is not gonna think shit out like we think it out. So I mean, don't be sleeping on women thinking we just all the victims because we're all not victims and some of us are slick as fuck. I know that because I have been on both fucking sides of the team. I done been played, but I done my dirt too.
Listen, Queen. When I tell you, I'll tell anybody. I have been the master of manipulation.
Now,
When it
bro.
came, when I say when I wanted what I wanted and how I wanted, I have been the master of manipulation. You know, they say the ways of a woman will never be known, right? Because we're like, I analyze everything. My discernment is sharp. I can see someone's insecurities and be like, okay, boom. Da, 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 da. And I can see all of those different things too. So no, I definitely understand that. Yes, the ways of a woman will never be known, and we can be very malicious and we can be very cunning. Sometimes I feel like we was the snake. Okay. because because we can be very malicious and we can be very cunning, and we can play on
Mhm.
that part of, you know, a man desiring us, especially if we got it all together and we know we the ish. Like we can definitely play on that. So yeah, like you said, it's two sides to this story, and I done been on both sides. I done been the sideline
Mhm.
chick. I done been the chick that was manipulative, and then I've been the chick that was actually, yeah, I was the actual victim. I have played
Mhm.
I have played the victim at times. I have played the pity party at times. But one thing about me, I'm gonna own
That's
up
the
to
most
it.
that's the most dangerous motherfucker you could come across, to be honest. One that has been on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
See, I said what I said as a man, and then when the conversation continued, I realized as a man that if I continue, this is the setup. This is one of them moments. This is one of them moments where somebody gonna give me my inbox and be like, "So Paul Cram, how you really feel?" Like, God damn, like that is not like, oh man. So I know. I had asked you. I believe I asked you to bring like two pieces, and so if you're ready for one of them,
Okay.
all right, cool. So tell us the name of the piece, and then the mic is yours.
Okay. And I don't remember you told me to bring two pieces. So right now I'm finna improvise.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
But listen, be ready at all times. So I'm ready.
All right. The mic is yours. Cut up then.
Okay, so I'm going to do this piece. I'm gonna do Pretty for a Big Girl. So this piece I wrote when I was starting to understand that who I am has nothing to do with my outer appearance. Because I will always get people will always say, "Girl, you're so pretty," but they would say, "But for a big girl," or "and for a big girl." And I've always been a heavier girl all my life, so I will always get that. You're pretty for a big girl. You're pretty for a big girl. And even when it came to men, like even when it came to, meeting men and dating men, they're like, "Oh my God, you're a real pretty big girl. You're a pretty big girl." And I will always get it. And I'm like, why can't I just be pretty? So I wrote this piece as inspiration to women, and also like just a little bit of like clap back,
All
little
right.
clap back.
It's a well-deserved clap back.
So here goes. It's called Pretty for a Big Girl. I ain't pretty for no big girl. So stop calling me that. It sounds like nails scratching across a chalkboard. It sounds like thunder in the rain. It sounds like a fly next to my ear. I don't need a reminder, my dear, that I am big. You see, every time I look in the mirror, my reflection is looking back at me. And actually, my reflection is the best part of me. But what you see is weight. Now, hold up, wait. I will not be your late night creep or your escape. You know what they say about big girls? Big girls are freaks. But no, boo, I'm an original. I am unique. You will not classify me by my size or what's between my thighs. See, you're not even on the same level as me. Intellectually and spiritually, I'm winning. Forget that I won. When I walk into the room, I demand respect. I don't even like attention. Attention likes me. Now, I ain't trying to sound all cocky. I'm just a woman that's unique. You see, people see the inner parts of me. Now, don't you dare go add that hashtag BBW under me. If you look back in history, it describes a big girl that did something freaky for some change. Now, I ain't trying to be all deep, metaphorically speak, but beauty comes from within. Being bad and bougie is just some trend. Stop comparing yourself to these women that use care credit to build their self-esteem. Now, I ain't trying to throw shade, but if you're going to put something in your name, let it hold some value. Remember, you were created in his image, not to mimic what's around you. I sit here boldly, representing every woman online, no matter what size. I want you to keep your eyes on the prize. Now, don't you dare go compromise with the lies. And to all my critics, I want you to keep this in mind. I ain't pretty for no big girl. I'm pretty, period. Poem.
All right now. All right now. You better let them know that shit. You better let them know that.
Fucking still motherfucking snapping shit. Got my
Man,
fucking fingers hurting. I'm snapping so much.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that was spoken. Like, I've heard that growing up. Like, somebody is pretty for a big girl, or she's pretty for a dark skinned chick, or she's pretty for a light skinned girl. Or, man, fuck all that. If she's pretty, she's pretty. Like, it
Yep.
has nothing to do with anything else, man. That piece, that's a well needed piece, man. I fucking loved it. I loved it. I loved all the emotion behind it. Oh yeah. Wait, hey Muda, she went in, huh?
Hell yeah, like that's a motherfucking understatement. She did that shit. That's all I'ma say. She did that shit.
Thank you.
I bet you ain't no fucking body gonna tell her no motherfucking more that she pretty fucking. You know
said
they
that.
pissing me off when somebody say that. When they tell you that shit, they want you to take that shit gracefully like it's a motherfucking compliment. Like fucking first, a big girl can't be pretty, or like you said, why can't I just be pretty?
Bruh, you don't piss off a poet because you will become part of a poem. Boy, it will go bad for
In a
you.
fight with that.
Like, damn, man. Keynote say, come on, queen, talk that talk. Well, that's what's up.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, man. We gonna keep the party rolling, man. Amuna, you got something for us tonight?
Pretty sure I could dig something up.
We'll get to digging then.
But I mean, you could go until
I got you. I got you. All right. So the piece I'm getting ready to do is it's called My Pen. My pen. A 38 special that sits comfortably between my fingers. My poetry is the ammunition that sat on the shelf for so long because to load it, I thought I needed permission until I realized that depression has made a home in my soul without paying an admission. So that's when I made a decision to load my pen, take aim at the pain and start firing shots. My pen has had the safety mechanism removed and a hair trigger modification added. My poetry on a path to being crafted as the perfected wad cutter bullet. My depression arrogantly wears a vest of paper for protection, but with pinpoint precision, my pen penetrate perfectly with projectiles of poetry, pushing the parameter of that piss poor emotion past the point of existence. For that day, my pen finds the freedom to protect me, allowing me to take shots at my hurt without the feeling of guilt. My poetry removes the mental shackles that had my emotions chained down for so long. My pen, my poetry, the main components for my continued existence. They truly are the guards that freed me from the cage that I put myself in. In peace.
Always.
you came in, man. My motherfucking dog always come through with it though.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Listen, that was good, poet.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody said free LA. Some comments though.
As that do a C double.
hey, big brother. Big brother, messy, ain't you messy?
Oh man, oh man. All right, Amuna, you ready?
Yeah, this particular day I was just getting tired of a motherfucking over dramatic ass motherfucker and decided to write about it, you know?
Once again, don't piss off a poet because you will become part of a poem.
And the name of the poem is called Over Dramatic Ass.
Oh wow. The mic is yours.
Okay. It was only a matter of time before your negativity comes to surface. People think I'm emotional, but at least gaining hits or likes ain't my purpose. You're worthless. Trying to be relevant, but you're not. You're just a snake in the grass that acts like you got shit on lock. You need to stop. You too damn old for this shit. Saying you a motherfucking monster, but you ain't about shit when it comes to a bit. Your logic is lame and all you do is play games. Preying on weak minds so you can add another link to your chain. The chain of fools that you choose to use at your discretion. Let me get you a Viagra so you can finally get a poetic erection. Because your shit ain't hard at all. You a hit and miss that want to play with the big dogs, but you keep dropping the ball. I usually wouldn't go this hard, but it is what it is. You started this shit, so finish it. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. I don't like fake shit or drama, and I hate when shit gets messy. But for some apparent reason, people try to get me amped up and they test me. All I wanted to do was write, not be malicious or rude. There's room for everyone to sit at the table and eat. Nobody should feel like they have a point to prove. Whatever happened to just loving the craft or enjoying the beauty of writing? This was never a fucking competition. It should be about uniting, not fighting. In peace.
Yes, 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 yes.
I have no idea who you were shooting at. But shots was most definitely fired. She told that boy to pop a Viagra
to get a poetic
erection.
Listen, that line right there.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I mean this as nicely as possible, man. But if the person who knows that that's about them, if they heard this piece, I guarantee you, man, you was 900 different B words in their head. Boy, they cussed you out real good in their mind, boy. Ooh wee.
Everything but a child of God. You hear me?
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I mean, they mad. They mad to the point where they calling people. Man, you heard that fucking said? She the blah, 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 blah. Like, Ain't nobody knew she was talking about you till you said something.
Listen, they big
Go me a fucking hit dog holler. Shit.
Oh my God, man. Oh, wait, Mona, how you really feel? Like, tell us how you honestly feel. Like, is that those true emotions?
Man, yes, and I was so angry when I wrote that shit.
No, for real?
Steam. So I felt like steam was coming out of my ears. I felt like my head was, like my blood was boiling. I needed to write that shit.
Yeah.
I needed to write that shit because not a motherfucker was gonna get these dogs or something.
Essentially, Janice, they do not piss off a poet. That is definitely the words of the day. Do not piss off a person who likes to play with pens. Don't do that shit. Oh, man. All right. So, look, we're getting close to the midway point. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the blast spotlight artist of the evening, which is Elijah Rosario. I'm going to bring everybody down, and when we come back, we're going to continue. You make sure you have another piece ready momentarily. But when we come back, I want you to tell us about the Pour Your Heart Out open mic events. All right. See y'all in just a moment.
Fighting out to lose control. I know the devil tryna battle my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope. Fighting out to lose control. I know the devil tryna battle my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope. I've been staying clear of all distractions. All they ever do is bring me havoc. Fighting for my life to get established. I'm working to rebuild through all the damage. I was drinking every night into the early morning. I had suicidal thoughts running through my mind. At the point of no return, and I kept it going. Stuck inside the dark, I couldn't see the light. Sitting in a room, 4 white walls, cornered off with no view. Sleeping on the floor with the mattress filled with air. Different women in my bed, I was never playing fair. When no love over here, I was messed up, I was so cold. really messed up. I thought I'd die alone, but I got a second chance. I'm tryna be a better man. Fighting after I lose control. I know the devil tryna blot on my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope. Fighting not to lose control. I know the devil tryna blot on my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope. I've been doing donuts in the 6 speed. Yeah, I just let the wrist on my wrist bleed. I just iced the watch, I'm feeling crispy. Yeah, I've been catching waves like a jet ski. Yeah, got a little C, she look just like me. Had to write my wrongs, I did it for wifey. I know you wanna, but you know you can't be like me. So why the devil always tryna tell me, oh Lord? Yeah, I've been in the church, you gotta save me, oh Lord. Yeah, I've been doing dirty, so my name in my soul. Yeah, used to sell a walk, I turned off white to white gold. Yeah, it's a lot of cars in the life, I'm a pro. Yeah, pearly gates I can't do like a fire. Revelations 20 said I got the righteous. So God keep working on me like procedures. Catch me out here spitting game talk like a preacher. Freezy. Fighting not to lose control. I know the devil tryna blot on my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope. Fighting not to lose control. I know the devil tryna blot on my soul. Even though I've had some really bad days, I could never lose my faith and I won't give up on hope.
All right. That was Elijah Rosario. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word poet or even an up and coming comedian that's looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you can also register as an unlimited fan at blastmusic247.com for free. Blast. We're constantly changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Yes.
Man, hey, that little joint, they're dope, man.
Listen, I like that joint. I was like, oh, I gotta go download that.
Yeah, that little homie, he dope. I like that. I like
for my soul. Like, listen, I need to go listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
I was over here bopping. I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, I saw you. I was in my own zone too. I forgot I could still see you down here. So I'm like, oh shit, if I could see her, she probably could see me. Oh man. All right. So tell us about the Pour Your Heart Out open mic events.
Okay, so Pour Your Heart Out open mic. This is us in the back right here. Got a lot going on. Pour Your Heart Out. So I can say it was probably about 8 years ago, I started actually going out and being a spoken word artist. I've been writing since I was 10 years old, but I never shared my poetry with anyone. I didn't even know anything about the poetry community. Like I tell people all the time, I'm still a newbie. I just always was big on words, and poetry has always been my heart since I was 10 years old. It was the way that I would heal. It was the way I would basically, like we said, we'll put you in a poem easily. And I would literally like just put people in a poem. If I was going through something, if I was feeling a type of way, I would put it in a poem. And I've been doing it since I was 10 years old. So about a year ago, my ex-husband niece reached out to me, and she wanted me to be her mentor in poetry. And I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea for me to be mentoring my ex-husband's niece. So I prayed about it. But then I had to realize that it was another part of my healing. Mm-hmm. So I prayed about it, and me and her every day, we would get on Zoom calls, and I'm teaching her. I'm like, no, you sound like trash. You need to say that over. You need to do this. You need to do that. So she began to mature more in her gift, and she was ready to go to the stage. So we were trying to find an open mic. In my area, it's not really like artsy, if you want to say that. It's not like a lot of open mics in the county that we live in. And in other counties, if you're not someone that's advanced, people really don't pay attention to you. Like you get what I'm saying? So you don't have that safe place as a newbie in the community. So I told her, I said, well, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to do a showcase. So I woke up 6 o'clock in the morning, and the Holy Spirit spoke to me and told me to go to a coffee shop. So I went to one coffee shop, and when I was at this coffee shop, I said, hey, do you guys do events here? Can I rent out your space? And they was like, well, the owner's not here, so I left my business card. Something told me not to stop at that coffee shop and go to another one. So I left that coffee shop, went to another coffee shop called Hillcrest Coffee Shop, gave them my business card. Make a long story short, they reached out to me and they said, you can use my space for, whatever you want to do. So I told her, I said, you're going to be my feature artist. This is what we're going to do. And it was supposed to be a one-time thing. This was a year ago. It was supposed to be a one-time thing. So our first show that we did, we packed the house out. It was like no seats left. It was we had to get chairs from the back. People were sitting on top of each other. It was crazy. It was insane. So everybody was like, you need to keep doing it. You need to keep doing it. And I'm like, y'all know how much this costs for me on these events. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep doing this. And I kept praying about it. And the Lord gave me Pour Your Heart Out open mic. He literally gave me that name. So I said, okay, let me go ahead. Let me do another event. Let me see how this goes. Let me see. And the second event sold out again. Third event sold out again. Fourth event sold out again. So it's like, as I keep doing these events, they keep being sold out. And basically what Pour Your Heart Out open mic is, I wanted to create a space where artists, no matter what your skill level is, no matter what your background is, no matter what your religion is, no matter where you come from, who you come from, how you look, black, white, green, purple, that you can come into this space. It's a safe place where you can come and you can pour your heart out. The open mic is censored, so I don't allow cuss words and I don't allow any type of hate speech. So cursing and hate speech, and I like, you can say damn and stuff like that, but like I didn't want it to be a place where people felt uncomfortable, because I wanted all walks of life. I wanted the prostitute on the street to be able to come in, and then I wanted the pastor in the pulpit to be able to come in.
They might know each other.
So I wanted everybody to feel safe in this environment. And when I tell you, it has really been, it's ministry for me, to be honest. The last event, I just had my year anniversary. About 2 weeks ago, I had the year anniversary. It was packed out like crazy. And everyone at that event, they inboxed me and telling me how it was better than them even going to church. Like, and the thing about it is, it's not churchy. It's not churchy at all.
But
like,
it's healing.
It's not churchy at all. It's just real deal poets expressing themselves and giving you words of encouragement and talking about their testimonies and what they've been through. And it's just like, we vibe in there. We do sing-alongs. We chill. We laugh. We eat. We have fun. And this environment is just like, sometimes I look around and have to pinch myself and be like, oh my God, like, God, you real deal using me to do something that's so amazing, that it's blessing so many people. Like, people real deal was like, I don't even need to go to church tomorrow. Like, it was just, like, they're like, I don't even need to go to church tomorrow. So it is ministry for me, but it's really Pour Your Heart Out. It's for the people. It's for everyone. And a lot of people that do come, they've never been to an open mic before. So they've never experienced poetry. And then they come back like, oh, I thought poetry was just a whole bunch of poets up there saying to be or not to be,
Man, God, like, I hate that.
So a lot of people have this misconception of what poetry is and how it heals. And so it's opening up the eyes of different communities. So I'm so excited for what it's about to become, because we're a traveling open mic and we travel
Oh,
through
well,
different areas.
let me just throw this out there, Wildflower. I
Okay.
I have never experienced the poetic experience. I've never been to nope. I've never been to an open mic. I've been on stage, but not to do poetry. So
Okay.
What you was doing? You was at the Pink?
I was in plays. Like I was doing my thing on stage, like acting and I've done quite a few things, but poetry I ain't really mastered it yet. I gotta
Oh my God. Yes, you have. Man, listen to your piece you just did. What are you talking about?
Keynote say y'all need to travel to ATL.
Yeah, I really think I'm ready for the full experience. I'm ready.
What area are you in?
Louisiana.
You're in Louisiana. Okay. I know people in New Orleans. So I can go like stay with people in New Orleans.
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
You say time out.
Mm-mm.
Uh-oh.
New Orleans. Say it with me. New
New Orleans.
Orleans.
I'm screaming.
Say it with me. New Orleans.
New Orleans.
You can even say Nolans if you know some people.
Yes.
Nolans.
But you ain't gonna sit here on this show and say New Orleans. You're not gonna do that shit. No, hell no.
He put the fucking time out, sis.
Like, hold on. Cause she said it twice. She said it twice. She said New Orleans. I know some people in New Orleans. No, you don't. You know some people in New Orleans.
Oh my God, bro.
Motherfucking Big Easy.
Shit.
That's the Florida girl in me, okay?
Man. Mm.
But for real though, man, like I gotta make a move somewhere to get this full experience that I
You
hear,
got to
because I
go.
know I'm
Listen,
missing
like
out.
I'm trying to get because the end of the year show is in December. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get, because Paul Cram, he won a virtual show, because I did a virtual show so that I can get engagement from different poets around, and I'm gonna do another one. I think I'm gonna do another one next month, a virtual contest. So that's how I met Paul Cram, through the through the virtual contest. That's how I ended up meeting him, and he actually won. And my idea is to get him down here for the end of the year show. I'm trying to get you down here, bro. Okay, so I'm trying to work some things out. So I'm trying to get him down here for the end of the year show. And I actually, one of the other winners, she came to the last open mic, Vitamin D.
Mm-hmm.
She came to the last one. She drove up like 4 hours and came to the last one. So it was, so yeah, you gotta come out. Gotta come out. I mean,
You say you in Florida,
right now.
I got a homeboy that I write with that's he's in Greenwood, Florida. So I
don't know Greenwood.
Greenwood.
I never heard of Greenwood. Do you know where it's close by? Major city?
But I damn sure intend on finding out, because I was already thinking about Florida, and now that you're saying something about Florida too, now it really piqued my interest. Like I really might have to slide on through Florida, man. And then I got some vacation time coming up. I just don't know.
Hey, before you decide to make that move to Florida, which you definitely should, to go for the open mic in Alexandria, I want to say every second Sunday, there's an open mic event out there, and I'll get you the information for it. But yeah, it's close to you. Go show your name. I've already told some people about you anyway. They waiting on you.
Oh damn.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go. What they say? bust your open mic cherry. Like you got to do it. Like my first experience at an open mic, just the being the environment with other poets, like people who, I'm kind of socially awkward a little bit, even though I have like this, boisterous personality. I'm very socially awkward, but being in the environment with poets, I just felt like, oh, I can just be me. Like it's just a whole nother, and everybody just so like, oh yeah, they're gonna get your information, you'll meet a lot of people, networking opportunities. Everything that I do, like I've done it all through my connections when I'm meeting different poets out. A lot of things is just those networking opportunities, because it just doesn't open up just for poetry. It's open up opportunities where I did a poem for a professional hockey league. Like I wrote a poem for this hockey league. So for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Like they reached out to me to write a poem for Black History Month. They did a whole commercial and everything and played it at their game. So it's like these different opportunities that is held up where it's just not us just out here, getting online doing poetry. It opens up different opportunities for speaking engagements, different things that we can do, because to me, in my opinion, I feel like poets, we're like prophetic. I feel like poets, we're very prophetic. We have discernment. We see things before they come, and we're just way bigger than just writing a poem. There's so much that's on the inside of us, and we just have to get together, connect, network with each other, and listen. We could shake some things up for real, for real.
Right.
That is the absolute truth, man. A poet, when they say the sword is mightier, I bet they say the pen is mightier than the sword. They were speaking to
Yes.
poets, man. They were definitely speaking to poets.
Yes.
Man, they got some poets out here though. That damn pen is sharp as shit.
Listen,
Like,
we'll
bruh,
cut your head off.
man, man, they got some poets that's just like, I hope this motherfucker don't never get mad at me. Like I can't battle you with these words. I gotta go put my hands on you for real, man. I can't do nothing else. Like, nah, man, I love it though. Poetry, like all jokes aside, man, poetry has always been therapeutic.
Yes.
It's always been my outlet for everything in the world. Like as a man, growing up as a little boy, like I was told I'm not supposed to cry, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm not supposed to do that. And having that stigmata growing up as a man, it became hard to express my emotions, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've had failed relationships due to the fact that I don't know how to express my emotions,
Mm-hmm.
But when I decided to channel all that through that pen, man, it's just a liberating feeling to get all of that bullshit off your shoulders.
Listen, real talk.
It just is. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
We have 10 minutes left of this wonderful show that we're excited about. But there's a question I got to ask you before I get Imuna to spit, and then I'll spit, and then we're going to end the show with you spitting, and then you will let us know where people can follow you and if you have any other events going on. But,
Okay.
but before we get into the poetry, I want you to tell us about the nonprofit organization Girl Code.
Okay. So Girl Code of America, it was created a year ago. However, I've been working with the youth for years and years and years. I was a teen mom. I was raised by an aunt. So basically I raised myself, right? So I had like very minimum resources growing up. In that, it caused me to live in a place of not knowing my identity. I didn't know my identity. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have a community around me to push me, to support me, to give me any tools. So I always tell people when they want to complain about life and different things, I said, listen, I had to use what was in my hands. Like I real deal don't care about your pity party, because if someone like me that grew up in the hood, grew up like police kicking in my door. Like the dope used to be on my table. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm helping packaging up stuff. Okay. Like if someone like me that went through domestic violence and rape and abandonment, all these different things and divorce, um, as a young teen girl, listen, anybody can anybody can make it, right? So I created this nonprofit. I have 5 other board members, and what we do is throughout the year we host events. Each event that we host, we'll do an event for like self-love. So we'll bring in speakers that talk about self-love and self-care. The last event that we had was in February for the girls, and we had a woman that came in that she was a world champion power lifter, but she went through domestic violence, and she just won the Guinness World Record for doing the most like deadlifts. So she came in and she empowered the girls and gave them tools, and then she also has a program where the girls can go and they can be coached by her at no charge at all. So we partner with different women in the community that's walking in their purpose. We have financial literacy classes. I work at a bank. I'm a business banker. I've been in banking for about 10 years now. So those classes are led by me. And sometimes we will have other people come in that are in the financial arena. But those classes are led by me, and we talk to the girls about credit. We talk to them about budgeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be cute and get a bag, but your money is looking funny. Like, we're not doing that no more. We're not walking in that poverty mindset anymore where you trying to choose a bag over paying your light bill. We're not raising those type of little girls no more. We're not doing it. So we talk about financial literacy, and then we also talk about personal development. You have a lot of girls that real deal go to school and they're not putting on deodorant and they're not taking care of their personal bodies. So we talk about those things. We talk about hygiene and taking care of yourself as a young woman. And we will be starting to have our events weekly. So weekly, we will be doing an hour empowerment starting next month, September the 9th, where we'll have new speakers every first Monday at Simpson Park in my area. I live in Lakeland, Florida. And it's free to the community. It's free to all girls. We're a nonprofit organization, so everything that we do, sometimes it come out my pocket, sometimes it come out the team pocket. But as of right now, we do like donations and different things like that, and people donate to us so that we'll be able to, pay for the supplies and different things like that for the girls. So we're so excited. We have a retreat that'll be coming up next year where we travel with the girls and we take them somewhere and we show them, different things, and we talk about history and different things like that. So it is something that I'm really, really thoroughly excited about, and it's truly changing the lives of our young girls, because right now these girls look at social media every day and they're comparing themselves to people who can filter their lives. Like a lot of the stuff that people do on social media they not living like that for real. And my goal with this organization is that girls walk away knowing who they are, knowing their worth, and walking in their God-given purpose. We may not be able to save all girls, but the girls that we are able to reach, I'm just excited for what God is going to do through this organization in order to help heal our community, especially our young girls.
I love that.
That is
I really
dope.
love that.
That is dope. That is absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm gonna run it with you tomorrow about more about that program. There's there's some things I think you need to know. That's dope. I got some people that need to reach out to that, who may want to sponsor that.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that's dope.
We need all the sponsorships.
That's dope.
Because because the thing about it is it definitely costs, but we need the community to participate, because a lot of times we have all these programs in our communities, but people won't bring their children. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then you wonder why, like, your little girl around here with a bad attitude. You wonder why, you know what I'm saying, she hanging out with all these boys and you don't know what's going on. She needs somebody that's outside the home to mentor her, because a lot of children don't feel safe telling their parents about the different things that they're experiencing, they're going through. So we have to get involved as a community in order to help. Like, these are our future leaders, okay?
Straight
We need
up.
them whole and healthy.
Ooh, Lord, that make me kind of nervous
It
sometimes. I
make you
just want.
nervous.
Ooh,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It
ooh,
make you
Lord.
nervous. This are our future leaders. These are the people that's going to be leading our country. These are the people that's going to be in our legislative. These are the people that's going to
Right.
be judges and all of that. Half of these children don't know how to read a sentence. So
Right.
they need these financial, yeah, no deodorant. Yeah, they listen, yes, sir. Yes, no. It's funny.
It's
It's
funny, but it's
funny,
not. Like,
but it's not.
it's
You
not
get what
like
I'm
I
saying?
get I get why it's serious, but I also know who that person is.
Okay. They troll. They trolling.
No, that's
They
that's that's
trolling.
that's my big brother, man. That's King Drip from the Honey Drippers, man. An amazing, amazing artist.
No,
And
for real. Like, for real. Like, they real, like, this is real talk. I be around these teenage. I have young adults. I have a 18-year-old, a 21-year-old. Like, you have to tell them, go take a bath. Like, for real. Like, they
and it's sad because I work with men that's over 40, and you got to tell some of them, hey man, go take a bath. Like, you
no,
know,
for real.
you
Like, this
shouldn't be
real
this old and
talk.
smell like that.
Like, this real talk.
Like, you grown and you smell like a newborn baby goat. Like, you shouldn't. It's not
Mm.
okay. It's not okay at all.
It's not okay, but for real, these are the things that we do have to talk about. Uncomfortable conversations. Like, we talk about that. We talk about sex. We talk
Hmm.
about sexuality. You know what I'm saying? You got so many different sexualities now. Like, you don't know what people want to be labeled as, they, them, and all this other stuff. Like, we talk about this stuff.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a hell of a platform, and I love that. I truly love that. Muna,
What up?
you got a piece ready?
Yep.
All right, bet that. So Muna gonna spit her a hot one. I'm gonna come behind her and spit, and then we're gonna end the night with you blessing us with one more piece, and then letting everyone know where they can find you.
Okay.
Muna, the mic is yours.
Okay. The name of this piece is called Pack Your Shit. I'm not angry. I'm just tired. Tired of all the pain and lies. Feeling like I'm not good enough. Tired of thoughts of suicide. Tired of my pillows being wet from tears. And making excuses for your actions for all these years. And all those nights I sat up waiting for you to come home. You were out doing you while I was left all alone. Not answering my calls or my text messages. I lost count of all the times I felt rejected, in dire need of affection. But yet, on your command, I'm supposed to tame your erection. So, to answer your question, no, I'm not angry. I'm just tired. Therefore, the luxuries that you previously had when it comes to me have now expired. I gave you my heart and my time over and over again, only for you to end up breaking it in the end. The key that you had to my heart no longer works. I'm sick of allowing you to have power over me. So tired of being hurt. I've done everything in my power to make this work. I'm no longer in need of you to validate my worth. I am now impervious to your deceitful acts of charm. Your selfish and spiteful ways can no longer do me harm. You say that you know me, but you don't have a clue. I was the best fucking thing that ever happened to you. I loved you more than I loved myself. Put all your needs before mine or anyone else. I will not allow you to use me as you see fit. So save whatever excuse it is you're about to give me and just pack your shit. I no longer have time for these games that you're trying to play. So with that being said, fuck you and have a nice day. In peace.
Oh yes, ma'am.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Except for the fact that I'm glad this is not directed at me. Shit, whoever you are, she meant that fuck you. That came from her bowels. Like she meant that shit.
The diaphragm.
Shit. Oh man, I was.
Felt right. So good saying it too.
Man, that made me nervous. Like I don't even know what piece I wanted to come with now. Like shit. No. All right, so I'm gonna do Joe the Verbal Mind down to say that he loved that piece.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, so I'm gonna do the piece that I actually wrote, inspired by some work that I had to do poetically about Sonya Massey.
Okay.
All she said was, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Did you hear her? Did her English sound foreign, or was your ear snoring at the moment she started pouring out the words taught to us as children of the church? Did it hurt that this beautiful black queen recognized who you are from afar and prayed to God for protection? You came to her home, mind set on pulling the trigger. You didn't care who you domed as long as it was a nigga. You proudly played the role of executioner. In a plan you executed to execute a queen who did nothing to deserve execution. Exceptional explanations exacerbate examples of exactly why police like you needs to be X'd out of our expedition of our lives. Exactly who can police the police. Called 911 for help. Somehow lines got crossed. You, a state-funded assassin, boldly crossed the threshold of her home, placed her face in the crosshairs of your hatred, and when she asked for her savior to come off the cross and save her, you crossed her out of existence. Say her name. Sonya Massey. Another name added to the chain of the slain by the city's most violent gang, your local, crooked, Klan-infiltrated police department. On behalf of Sonya Massey, and for the Sonya Masseys that we haven't heard of quite yet, I say, Satan, I rebuke you. Did you hear me? In peace.
Lord. Oh, yeah. That shit brought tears to my eyes. That was dope.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, that was, yes. You know how I feel about your poetry.
Yeah, like, I'm actually glad that my camera is off because I'm up in this, I'm up in here crying and
like,
shit.
I'm like, ooh, I gotta do a poem to air that out because woo.
Shit. Tore it the fuck up tonight, man. Shit.
Well,
thank
Miss
you. Thank you for writing. Thank you for that piece, poet.
Oh man, no doubt. Like that's how I vent. You know, like the old me was quick with these. I talk about it all the time on the shows. Like because I'm happy that I was able to overcome that part of me. Like, don't get it twisted. I'll still bat you the fuck up. It's just at these moments in time, like, I'd rather be peaceful. So when
Yes.
things like this, get to me, and I need that outlet, my pen is what I have to go to. My pen is how I cry. My pen is how I yell. My pen is how I take my stand. So this piece, although this piece speaks volumes, this piece was healing for me because without it, I was gonna explode.
Right.
So, if you are ready, Miss Nakenya, the mic is yours.
Coming after that, this piece, we're going to end on this piece because it talks about me. It talks about my journey. It's for women to encourage women, like, no matter what your past or your background look like, God named you woman, and that in itself is powerful. So this piece is called I Am Woman. God named me woman. What a beautiful name for a queen such as me. Created from dirt, but I became a masterpiece as soon as God blew his breath in me. You see, just like that rose that grew from the concrete, I had to fight my way through this thing called life. I became a baby mama at the age of 16 with no ring, looking for love in all the wrong places, but ended up with Mr. Wrong, who began to put his hands on me. You see, I submitted myself to sex, drugs, and anything that will get me high, numbing myself from the reality that I became another statistic. Black woman on welfare, not caring about my welfare now. Fair is fair when I too done did wrong. I done played victim many times. Sidelines grew, and subconsciously I knew that I'll be his little secret, and that's how we should keep it, because the writing was on the wall, so I stayed, hoping one day he'll be mine too. See, that's T-double-O, because two is better than one, so I opted to please him mentally, because spiritually we wasn't even on the same level, but he was clever. He penetrated my mind, body, and soul. You see, my man is her man, and her man is mine too. So I settled for the weekend, and I was weekend. Now hold up, sis. I'm coming down your road too. Walking around with your nose in the air, looking down at you and you and you and you. See, you hide your sins well. I'm just a woman at the well that's thirsty for the truth. Now, how could a queen be worthless, you ask? When a queen, she holds value, she stands tall with class. I was born a queen. It was my birthright until I allowed a man to take the very thing that God gave to me in exchange for a broken heart and a STD. Now, I ain't talking about no disease, y'all. I'm talking about a sexually transmitted demon that I allowed to take over me. And yes, I was built from the dirt, but I became a masterpiece as soon as God blew his breath in me. So hold your head up high, queens. Embrace your truth. God named you, whoa, man, because there will never be a you. I am woman. Poem.
I ain't a woman, but I love that shit.
Snapping.
I love that piece. That was dope, man. That was dope. Now that's how you end a show.
The fucking snapping been off the train tonight. Like, my fucking fingers hurt. Shit.
That don't make no damn sense. You snapping that hard for your fingers. Make no sense. You just, how hard you gotta snap to hurt your fingers?
Man.
You must be plucking a wood or something, trying to make sound. You trying to.
I'm feeling these pieces, man. They fire as fuck, bro. Like,
man. Can you let everybody know where they can follow you and things of that nature, where they can even if they can invest into any type of program you got, where can they get you at?
Yes, so Nakia Cherie, you guys can follow me on all social media platforms, Nakia Cherie. Please follow my open mic, Pour Your Heart Out open mic. What I have coming up next month, I'll be speaking at a women's retreat. I have a book that's coming out that I wrote with 6 other women. It's called The Couch, the Coach, the Couch, the Coach. Oh Lord, I can't even think of the name of the book, but it's gonna be on my Facebook. I think it's called The Couch, the Coach. I can't even think of it, guys. But I have a book that's coming out that I wrote with 7 other women. It's an anthology. It talks about my experience with coaching and therapy. I also offer coaching services with poets. I do virtual as well. And I also am opening up my mentorship. And basically, what the mentorship looks like is if you are interested in doing spoken word or you write poetry, it's all in your journal. What I do, I basically help you take that off the paper and be able to perform that, and then you get a chance to perform it at Pour Your Heart Out open mic, which is an open mic that is always sold out, so you get to perform it in a safe place with a whole bunch of people to start your brand. So we're also doing that as well. And also follow Girl Code of America. If you do have, no matter where you are, because we also offer mentorships. I'm not the only one, so we have nurses and we have all type of people that's on our board that your girls can connect to. So yes, that's me, Nakia Cherie.
All right. Imuna, you had any last words to say to our guests and or our viewers?
I really, really enjoyed you tonight, and I'm glad that you came to the lounge, sister. You know you're gonna come back because it ain't
Thank you.
just no one time thing now.
Thank you, Queen. I enjoyed you too. It was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
Oh man. So once again, I want to say thank you for coming out to the lounge. Thank you for accepting the invitation and pretty much setting it on fire, man. On behalf of Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, my wonderful, wonderful, beautiful co-host Imuna J, I'm saying thank you. And as poets, don't ever hold that shit. You know what I say. Speak on it. We out.